So I've been saying for a while now that gamers who also mine on the side aren't the cause of the GPU supply problem. I've had my fair share of negative comments and dislikes on my videos from people who say mining is the problem, and I can't say I really agree. I've always been saying that it's been the professional mining companies that have been buying these GPUs up by the pallet load, and that's been the real cause of the GPU supply problem, and is why gamers find it difficult to get one, especially at MSRP prices. The fact of the matter is, Nvidia is doing these negotiations behind closed doors on bulk orders, and if they're not, then they're only 1 or 2 steps up on the supply chain, and they could easily step in to address the problem. They don't need to, because artificially limiting the supply like this keeps the prices of these GPUs up. So yesterday there was a story on CoinDesk titled Hut 8 buys $30 million worth of Nvidia's new crypto mining GPUs. And the story goes on to say, Hut 8 has purchased $30 million of Nvidia's new crypto mining specific graphics processing units to help the company expand into mining for other cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin. Called a cryptocurrency mining processor, CMP, the new GPU has launched earlier this year to target professional cryptocurrency miners. Nvidia introduced the GPU in part to steer those miners away from its other GPUs following complaints by the company's core gaming customers frustrated by shortages caused by miner demand. In the company's Q4 earnings call, Nvidia CEO Colette Kress said she expected about $50 million in total CMP sales during the new product's first quarter this year. Per CoinDesk prior reporting, Hut 8 filled 60% of that target in one order. So let's take a look and see who Hut 8 really are. Well, Hut 8 is the oldest and most innovative Bitcoin miner in the Western Hemisphere. And I guess they're not the oldest and most innovative Bitcoin miner in the world, otherwise they would have said that. And we have other information on Hut 8. Hut 8 is a $1 billion market cap company that is trading on the Canadian Stock Exchange. So there are a couple of issues here, and one of those might be, well, how many GPUs can you buy with $30 million? Well, we can work that out. So if we take a look at these CMP specs for the CMP GPUs, they have the 30HX, 40HX, 50HX, and 90HX, and they basically refer to the Ethereum hash rate that you can get for each card. So let's assume that Hut 8 is going to buy all of these 90HX GPUs, because when you're operating at that scale, you probably want to save on some space. So you probably want to get the most high performance GPU that you can get. And so this 90HX GPU is very similar to an RTX 3080 GPU. It has roughly the same specs and same Ethereum hash rate, so we can assume that it's probably going to go for the same price. At the moment, the RTX 3080 is going for about $2,000 US. So if you have $30 million, that roughly translates to about 15,000 of these CMP GPUs. Now, as Nvidia has said in their press release, these CMP GPUs don't actually meet the requirements of the Ampere GPUs, therefore it doesn't affect the Ampere supply. But let's be really honest here, because Nvidia has always managed to cut down their defective GPUs by disabling some CUDA cores inside them to make a lower tiered product, pretty much like how a 3060 Ti is the cut down version of the 3070. So really, when you think about it, Nvidia, what they really want to do is they want to segregate the markets into gamers and miners so that they can charge even more for these mining cards. And as you can see from this Tom's Hardware article, Nvidia CMP 30HX mining GPU hits the market for $723. Now this 30HX is basically a GTX 1660 Super, which should be going for no more than $200 to $250. So the second issue I had with that statement earlier on is that Nvidia expects $50 million worth of CMP sales this quarter, and that Hut 8 is going to fulfill 60% of that amount. So do we really think that Hut 8 is the only company, or one of very few companies in the world, that are after these GPUs? There must be hundreds and hundreds of these companies all after these GPUs, and we have plenty of stories about these mining companies We have a story from Videocast from a couple of months ago that says GPU mining causing power outages in Iran. These Chinese companies are moving their operations to Iran because it's much cheaper to operate from there. It only costs them 2.2 cents per kilowatt hour. We have a story about companies buying laptop GPUs because they couldn't find any desktop GPUs. So effectively, these GPUs are basically like money printing machines. All of this to say that these mining companies are going straight to the source of supply to get their cars in bulk, which leaves very little supply for gamers at retail. And on top of that, these cars are getting scalped as well, and there have been COVID lockdown restrictions on shipping, slowing down the rate of supply for these GPUs. But overall, the biggest problem is the distribution of these GPUs because these mining companies are getting the cards first and not gamers. And Nvidia has an obligation because they've been marketing these cards as gaming cards and they haven't been able to supply the market at the price that they've recommended in their marketing. So Nvidia should be doing something about this, and they should be stopping these deals with these mining companies until stocks at retail get better. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen because by artificially limiting the supply of these GPUs, the prices of these GPUs go up. Okay, if you like this video, make sure to click on the like button, also to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.